Okay, so in the last video, I walked you through the module and the expectations, the resources, and so on. Now remember, under the presentations and resources, that's where you're going to find a sample resume that you should pull up and kind of use side by side as you're filling in your template to get some ideas of wording and such. Your assignment template will be found under week 1 activity, so if you click there, it will take you to the week 1 assignment, create your resume, and you're going to click on that. And then here it says use a template found here. And remember, you're going to click on these little arrows. And when you do, it's going to ask you to save it to your desktop. Now, I've already done this, but it'll pull this up just like that, which is a Word document. This is not going to be easily accessible on a cell phone. You do need to use like Microsoft Office Word document to get this completed. So here you can go to File, Save As, and then save it as resume to your desktop. Okay, I have 2 of those open, so I'm just going to show you this here. Now, this is the actual template, and you're going to adjust it. So here it says first name, last name. This is just a template. You're going to highlight it like I did, and then I'm just going to type my name, right? That's Christine, and then I'm going to highlight last name and type my last name in there. And then it says address and phone number. You don't just leave it saying address and phone number, right? You're actually going to click on it, type in your address, right? And then remember that it's going to be capitalized too. Detroit. I don't know what the area code is there, but it is important then when you're doing a resume that it's error-free. So please make sure that you put the like the city here, Detroit is capitalized, comma, MI for Michigan. All states have a 2-letter code and they are capitalized, and then your zip code. After that, you can highlight phone and type in your phone number. Your email, be sure to use a professional email. And then if you have either a LinkedIn profile, Twitter, blog, or portfolio, you can put that information here. Remember, highlight over the top of it and change this information. You don't want to leave it like that. This is just an example. Now this spot here where it says to replace this text with your own, just click it and start typing briefly. State your career objective or summarize what makes you stand out. Use language from the job description as keywords. So if you're reading a job posting and it says that they're looking for someone with outstanding verbal and written communication skills, you're going to want to type that in here. So let's just say I'm looking for a position as an adjunct faculty. And then I would go on to say with excellent written and verbal communication skills, and then you continue typing. You don't just leave it one sentence. So let's take a look at what the example did. So here in the example, you'll notice that, let's see if we have that on the top. I could have done that. So I could take this and highlight it, right, and make it a little bit bigger and bolder, and then you can even center it if you want to make it look more like theirs, and then you can type under it, or you can leave it the way I had it. And then they said administrative support professional. That is the job that they are seeking. And notice that they put it in bold, offering versatile office management skills and proficiency in Microsoft Office programs. That's what you as a person can offer the company if they hire you, right? Strong planner and problem solver who readily adapts to change, works independently, and exceeds expectations. Able to juggle multiple priorities and meet tight deadlines without compromising quality. So I would type all of these skills in here as I'm going through, okay? And notice that they just don't list them. They actually describe what they can do for the company. Now, there's nothing wrong with using some of these words, just don't plagiarize, right? So you could say whatever, you're maybe a dental hygienist, seeking or offering versatile, and instead of saying versatile, offering office management skills. You want to look up different ways of saying these things so that you're not plagiarizing. You can use, let me show you here. Instead of saying the word skills, I could highlight skills. I would go to review, thesaurus, and then it gives me other words that I could use. So adjunct faculty with excellent written and verbal communication, services or abilities would be better, or talents, right? So aptitudes, these are words that you could use in place of saying skills so that you're not sounding exactly like it was in the example. The other thing that you could do is use Google and do an internet search and say, what type of skills would an administrative support professional possess or offer? And then it'll list a bunch, and you can use that information as well to help you fill out this section. This section will probably be the most difficult part of writing the resume for you, but it is also one of the most important pieces. You want to make sure that it's written well and that it actually attracts the reader to continue reading more about you. Okay, and then next here we have on our template, we have experience. And then it says dates from and to. It doesn't need to know the exact date. You could put like 2017 here. I could just highlight it and say maybe 2017, and I'm still working there, right? So I would say present. And then in place of job title, you would put down the job title like this. And then for the company, you would type in Remington. And then describe your responsibilities and achievements in terms of impact and results. Use examples, but keep it short. So, you would talk about how well you were able to facilitate the courses and if you were promoted and things like that. And then you would go down to your next job. So here, this example is a little bit different. You'll notice that they put experience down here at the bottom. So again, you can look at some of these words and see if any of these are applicable to your resume. Change them up a little bit to make them make sense for you. And then you could enter them in here under the descriptions of what you did. All right, we are doing it like this. Some people have already emailed me and said that they have a professional resume. Can they use it? As long as it is professional and it's error-free, yes, you can use it. You can submit that. But if you are making a resume from scratch, I do want you to use this resume template and just fill it in. That's all there is to it, right? So you're going to fill in the jobs that you have. There's only 2 sections here, so that should be good. Next, your education. So it says month and year. So let's just say that you started Remington. Maybe this is your first class. I'm not sure. Degree title. And then here you're going to put whatever you're going to school for. So I don't know, maybe. And then school, you would put Remington College. It's okay to brag about your GPA, awards, and honors. Feel free to summarize your coursework too. This is a chance for you to toot your own horn and give yourself some accolades, right? So you want to put in there if you have a 4.0 or if you've made the dean's list, etc. You'll put that in there. And then for coursework, let's say you don't have any awards and your GPA really isn't brag worthy, you're still going to put in here relevant work, right? So I could say relevant courses, and you could go like that and then just type your courses. You'll look under here, under their education, they use relevant courses, and then they said what type of courses they've had within that college that are applicable. All right, so kind of just do that. And then if you've attended any other colleges before this one, you could list them here. Otherwise, you would put your last school. So it might be this is your first college experience. If that's the case, then that goes here. And then this one would be your high school, right? Okay, and then you're going to list your skills. List your strengths relevant for the role you're applying for. List one of your strengths. So list your strengths. These are skills. So let's put on here, maybe you are proficient user of Microsoft Office. Okay, proficient user of Microsoft Office tells how well you're able to use Microsoft Office. You're proficient at it. Maybe you're multilingual, right? So, or bilingual, you would put that in there, that you speak French fluently. All right, so you would put that in there. So you will need to come up with, it shows here, at least 5 different skill sets. Please be sure that you find 5. If you can't think of 5, use this example. Office skills, computer skills, are any of these applicable to you? If they are not, then use Google and like the internet and do a search and find out what type of skills you might want to put on a resume for someone that's seeking a position that you're seeking in the medical field or whatever field you're going into. Okay, so you're going to want to use your example that was found under your resources in week 1, and you can also use the internet to do some research and get some other examples if this doesn't apply to you. And then lastly down here, it talks about activities, and it says, use this section to highlight your relevant passions, activities, and how you like to give back. It's really important, if you are the type of person that volunteers, that you show that you volunteer here, because it shows that you don't necessarily need to get paid to be motivated to help others, for example. It's good to include any leadership opportunities that you've had. Maybe you're the department head at work, or maybe you are a Boy Scout leader. Something like that you would list as well. Or you could show off important extras like publications or certifications, languages that you speak, and more. This is an opportunity for you just to kind of highlight a little bit of your extracurricular on the outside. All right, now remember, if you have your own resume and it's professional and error-free, yes, you can use it. If not, I do want you to use this template and fill it in just by using these boxes and highlighting over top like I did. Remember that you can also use the example and try to find some of this information that is applicable to yours. Just change up the wording so that you're not plagiarizing. If it doesn't fit, then you can, of course, do an internet search and get more information. All right. Good luck, guys. I hope that this is enough information to get you started and get this resume underway and ready to submit. All right.